So a little bit about what's going on here. A lot of people aren't familiar. 61 Lancer, pretty rare bird. Problem is, they do not reproduce a tank, and finding a new old stock is just absolutely impossible. So what Herb's done is we've gotten, it's a 60, from recommendations what I've seen online, it's a 63 Dart gas tank and modifying it to fit. Now things that make this floor unique, if you actually look right here, see how it has this indentation here. It actually gives you a little bit more storage space here with the spare tire. So the other one doesn't have that. So underneath the floor, which you can't see, Herb has already sectioned these entire pieces out where there was a small piece of the tank here that added more fuel. So once again, 61 doesn't have it. So the tank has been cut, modified, sectioned. So problem also is here in the tank, might be tough to see this, but the filler neck here is at a slightly different place and placement underneath it. So what we're trying to do, this is the brand new filler neck that he got. Is
63 Dodge.
63, trying to make it work in a 61, trying to figure out how to sort this out, and that's when you'll see here when I stick it in, it doesn't go all the way down. So what it's acting like is the tank needs to go that way, which it just should not underneath the car. So we got to figure out how to sort this out. So no one makes a tank for this thing. So
yeah, nobody makes a gas tank for it.
Trying to,
of course, on the internet, somebody said you can take a 63 Dodge and modify it. Yeah, okay. Where we made a mistake is doing the trunk first. If we had done the trunk, we could cut the floor of the trunk and everything would have worked.
So that's really where we're at right now, because the tank that came out of it was pretty rusty.
The mistake that we made was the trunk was all done lizard skinned, insulated, and carpeted. Because if the trunk wasn't, we could have simply cut the floor in the trunk and it wouldn't have been any trouble to fix it. So these, you just can't get anything for these cars. It's just nothing available. Lancer or Valiant. When you go back past 63, there's nothing available for them. The old tank was so rusty, I didn't want to chance it, getting it dipped and then getting a piece of newspaper back from the dipper. I've done that before.
It'd be good if it had another bend right here.
Yeah, but I got a tubing bender, but I don't have a shoe that big. But if it was bent there, what would that do with the angle?
Bring this down, and it brings this, so it's going to bring both of these closer. It's not too far off, but I don't know by the time you go out that far. It's got to go quite a bit, I would say right about here.
When you go to town and run your errand a little while, go by the muffler shop over on Mebane, tell Ty that it's mine, and see if he can. They got those, you know, the tubing benders for the exhaust pipe.
So hypothetically, if it was straight, probably right there, I would think, wouldn't you?
And then take it by O'Reilly's and see if they got a piece of gas neck hose that size. And just buy it. If we don't use it.
Oh, because I got to go to O'Reilly's anyway and drop off that
Yeah.
seal. Yeah, so hypothetically with this here, if this could be there, it's quite a bit.
But you want the bend back there.
Yeah. If we can make this.
We could always straighten it out a little bit in the press. We just can't bend it.
Yeah.
You cut these tanks so they're galvanized, and welding galvanized is just a nightmare in itself. But we got it all sealed up finally. There's not a straight line anywhere. See, that's what we're fighting there. You can't fix that. You can't dip it, or if you try to send it over to the chemical strip place, when you get it back, it'll be full of holes. I've been there. This alcohol in the gasoline nowadays, you put it in a metal tank like that, that's a disaster. See, new cars don't have metal tanks. And so they got this alcohol gasoline now, and people are foolish enough to put it in their cars. And you put alcohol in one of these metal gas tanks, you're just asking for trouble. I've taken some tanks out. The best way to describe it, looks like it's got mothballs stuck to the bottom of the tank. And that's where the alcohol. What did you run over? Your foot? Watch your head.
I got it pretty good. Oh. I can attest that this is made out of real metal.
The alcohol absorbs water, absorbs moisture, and it will just collect the moisture in the tanks. But if it's a plastic tank like in your new cars, it just runs through the system, and goes out the tailpipe, most of it. But in The older cars, it collects and sits on the bottom of the tank, and it grows stuff, the best way to describe it. It don't look bad sitting under here. Now, we can gum this away some more if we have to.
You gonna tap it that way?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But see how the strap and the tank line up? So we got to go back and fix all this. And on the other side, it goes into a slot in the frame. See, on the other side, the strap's on the inside of the tank. So it's made for it to be over that way some.
But the only problem is the more it goes that way, the more the tank moves forward. I mean, we got to make spacers anyway for the shocks, but...
Yeah,
you want to see what that does?
Huh?
You want to see what that does?
See what does? Moving it over?
I mean, that was over a half an inch, I would think, or more.
I don't know if you, well, it's hard to see up in here where we cut this. This originally came all the way back to here. And we cut that off, welded a piece in there. And then over here, same scenario over here. This originally came all the way back to here and was taller, so we had to cut all that off and then weld a piece in there. Like I said, that's 30 thousandths thin. You want to let it down and look at it? All right, let's do.
So what I'm about to do, tank strap, as you may have seen a little bit earlier, was a little too far forward for the new tank. So this thing actually goes in, falls down, locks into that frame rail. So what I'm about to do is move it over about 1.5 inches to get that thing so it's going to be nice and centered. Now, same thing with this. This is the anchor bolt here, carriage bolt. So you're going to see this is normally going to be here. We're going to have to move it over a couple inches to get that thing so it's going to be right in the middle of the saddle on the tank so it holds it really nicely. So one of my favorite things is get to play with the death wheel here, no guard. But let me go ahead and show you. We'll go ahead and start putting in there.
I'm gonna say this has been the hardest problem we've had with the car is trying to fix the fuel system. Most anything else you can buy a tank for. I said most anything else. They only made these cars 2 years, so there's not much of a demand for them. This is gonna be the nicest one of the 6 that are left in the country. This piece wasn't too bad to make. This one was terrible. It had a 90 here, and it's round over here, and it's round up there. I spent about an hour at the English wheel yesterday making all that work, but we got it. It's not pretty, but I'm ashamed of it, to tell you the truth. But we're gonna make it work somehow. See, if we hadn't already done the floor and everything, we got it all lizard skinned and under here and the inside, and then got the peel and stick in it, and the carpet all glued down. We'd just cut the floor and it wouldn't have been a problem. Everything would have fit. Once the tank is in, then the rear end, it's sitting over here done. We took everything out, took the housing apart. Shannon sandblasted the housing. He's got a big sandblaster. We sandblasted the housing, then we powder coated it and put everything, back new in it. And the brakes, this thing got the goofiest brakes you've ever seen. I don't know who invented that, but I think they took him out in the parking lot at lunchtime and shot him so he wouldn't do anything else stupid for the company. But the rear end's ready to go in. As soon as the tank goes in, the rear end goes in, motor and transmission goes in, and we start hooking stuff up. So in about 2 weeks, it'll look more like a car. Me and Shannon don't go crazy. Like, never found the seals for the rear end. The guy at O'Reilly's, we got a really, really sharp guy at our O'Reilly store here. He tracked down new old stock seals, the ones that they showed on their computer for it. Computers are always right. They weren't even close. They didn't even resemble it. But the stock seals are that thick on that rear end house. Shannon, where's them other seals? You got them? We had another box. Oh, here they are. You can tell that's fresh off the shelf there. So you can't get a seal like that today.
Leather.
It's got a leather seal inside it. These are new old stock. So that seal's 60 years old. Yeah, Chuck at O'Reilly's here, he is really good. He traced these down somewhere for us. I don't care if nobody can see it. We're gonna make it nice. We're gonna powder coat that fuel tank before we get through with it. But we gotta make it all fit first. And then we'll powder coat it and make it right.
All right, so you've been riding along with us. We got that tank pretty much settled up. We got the rear end powder coated. We got that rear end put together. Got the new old stocks sealed in the axles there. Next thing we got coming up, we have the AC going on our dash. Now keep in mind that's going to be another big pain, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Follow along with us.